All right, says we're live. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll see. I gotta wait for it to show up on the screen here. But once I confirm that it shows up on the screen, then we are live. Hopefully. But oh, there it is. We're live, and it works. And you guys are here, and it should work as well for you guys. Can you guys quick say hi, Kurtis, Cory?
Hola. Hello, hello.
Hopefully, chat you heard them because I can hear them just fine. But I have paranoia issues with
Paranoia.
paranoia with the other program I've been using, and because you know how we had issues where I can hear you but the chat can't. I'm just like, bro, what the hell, right? So I have trust issues now. We're trying a new platform today, which is pretty sweet because it's super simple and
You want to hide your
super
tier list?
super dumb. Yeah, we'll do the tier list in a bit here. We'll pull you guys up first. Um, but what I was saying was, basically the previous platform was just way too complicated, and I always had issues with it. This is StreamYards, so it's like super basic. Like I get one option on how nice I can stream. I get like I don't have any options for where to put you guys in the stream. It just puts you guys in there, and I'm like, okay, sick. Less things I got to touch, the better. So hopefully this is the new normal, and we can just enjoy a working stream at all times, which would be kind of the main goal, right? But again, thank you guys in. Obviously, we had to move the show to Thursday because of the shenanigans that happened on Tuesday. And unfortunately, Christian couldn't last minute couldn't make it out. So huge thank you to Cory Talaska for making it out last minute. Although I do feel like this is a pretty fitting episode for you, being all of the talk that's been going on. I mean, I assume you've seen the video, Cory, about the guy kind of talking about the FD liveries.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't. I saw. I scanned it, and I get bad secondhand embarrassment. So I remember like watching a little bit and like scrolling past, and I was like, "Oh boy, what is this guy yapping about?"
Yeah. So I saw the video and I was like, dude, he like counteracted half of the stuff he said in the comments, and I was just like, dude, you. But I do think it's an interesting discussion point on FD liveries because it is quite a polarizing issue, and I not going to say he's correct on most things, but he had somewhat of a point where I think there might have been a downturn in some of the liveries this year, but we can talk about it because I still think there's some good ones out there. But yeah, this will be fun. I get to call out some of my friends and be like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And it'll be a good time. Also, we're gonna also involve the chat as much as we can. So each person we're gonna bring up, I'm gonna put a little poll in the chat. You guys give it a grade, and basically through collectivism, a little communism going on here, we're gonna decide this grade for these cars. But I do ultimately have the ultimate cursor ruler finger here, and I can put it wherever I want. But
false sense of choice.
I know. So, but obviously, we do take chat's consideration into effect. Although I do know there are certain people that have more friends in this chat than others, and I'm sure we'll get some lopsided stuff here. So, you gotta regulate that stuff, right?
You got one in there already saying drift cars in general are ugly now.
Well, I mean, it's you gotta watch out for those like last minute ballot dumps. Okay, you just gotta watch out for it. So, but yes, obviously, before we get into that, thank you again, like I said, Cory, for coming onto the show. You did not make the jump to pro, so I figured, why don't you quick talk about where the state of your program is this year and just your quick decision to go run another year of ProSpec.
Yeah, it was when we did get offered. Actually, first of all, one thing I realized that I never clarified. I never even clarified online when I posted that like my petition was approved to like jump up to pro, even though I finished fourth. I didn't actually petition. That was like Ryan reached out to me actually right after Utah, after like podium, after the whole drama of like first or fourth kind of thing. He was like, if you want to go, you can go. I'll like get it, like we'll like do it formally and stuff, but if you want to
Yeah.
jump up, and also it helps them. Obviously, they're trying to fill the pro field because there's so many people trying to come into ProSpec. So they're like, yeah, go up. Not even just because they want to see me drive, but I think just naturally, like they want to get people out of ProSpec who have the program to make the jump. And that's what it came down to. I did a lot of dancing to try to see if we could make something happen. And realistically, I did bring in a lot of partners. Even so, our prospect gear is really comfortable. It feels really good. I'm really excited. The main thing came down to is like the gap of time. That was one thing I just wasn't like, even though that's the goal, it's what we're pushing for to jump to pro, the time needed to do it. I can continue to run FD forever as long as I can work. I work in the TV industry. Nate, you know this. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I have a pretty cool job, but 8 weeks of pro is like a little bit of the stretch outside of that. So the jump that I need to make to do the ProSpec to pro thing is either a really supportive program, or I have to deviate in a different direction for myself, like employment wise, which is the goal. That's what I want to do. Just a lot going on. So, and also I did spend a lot of time this year developing for next year. It's one thing, honestly, going into the last year, truthfully, I was like low in my like confidence level of like what we could do. And then everything kind of like turned in a different direction. So then I was like, oh shoot, like, well, now I have to think about everything completely differently. And I started doing that, like, of course, after Atlanta and winning and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm really thankful to all the people we've been able to add this year, start conversations with like, tire brands and really kind of get like connected with that to like have a really good, comfortable pathway into that. Cause my dad, both of you, Kurtis and Nate, know like my dad is the reason why we're even can run. He's the best person that pretty much exists out there. But he wants to, when we make the jump to pro, because inevitably we're he wants to do it and stay there. He doesn't want to like go and throw some like, all right, like let's make it happen and just like we have to perform and go for the best. Like I really want to find some longevity out of it. Because that's also going to make it more fun. I think, Kurtis has been inside of a lot of different programs. I know the inner workings of everything goes. I perform best when I don't have like 100% of like mental and financial pressure like on my shoulders. So I think just like now having a really good ProSpec support is going to help me a lot. And then that building into like a really big, good pro support, which some of the people already are like, look, as soon as you jump to pro, like, thumbs up. So that's kind of a really long way around is like, I want to go pro, but I want to do it right. I probably could have sent it and just like did it and maybe it would have worked out, but I'm happy with like the path we're going. And I'm really stoked on like what we're bringing to ProSpec this year.
Absolutely. No. And like you said, like it's, the jump is massive. And I feel like, you see it all the time. You see a guy make the jump too early and then he's 1 or 2 years and he's done, you never see him again. And obviously you don't want to be another one of those stories that we've seen over the years. And also the other thing too about, making the jump to pro is, like you said, the time factor. And I think for a lot of people, they don't realize it's literally another full-time job.
Yeah, no, it is 100%. It's a full-time job and all of that, to support it, because if you're committing to something like that and you're not like fully self-funded, you're basically committing to a full-time job, even just worth of deliverables at the event, outside of the event, on top of, I don't really know anyone who's running who doesn't have something else going for themselves, whether it is just being an influencer or it's just starting their own business created out of like, what time do I have? What can I do to do forward? Right. So, you're right. 100%.
Yeah. So I totally understand it. Good to see everyone here in the chat as well. It's going to be a fun one. That's for sure. Because you are also a graphic designer. Design these hats, by the way, shout out in the logo. It's a great refresh here. So, loving it. But also you designed your own car liveries and, you don't do anyone else's, right? You just do yours, right?
Nope, I did like one. I did Jeff Donati's back in the day,
Oh, okay,
or like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But that was it. Pretty much always just been my own liveries.
Yeah. But your car was probably one of the hottest ones on the grid last year, if I have to say so myself. You know,
Sick.
no E36 bias here at all. But
Heavy E36 bias over there. For sure.
yeah. But so I thought this would be a fun topic because obviously there's been a video that's been going around saying FD cars are ugly. The reasons he gave, I don't think were very valid, but there is some truth to it, and then there's also some not so much truth to it. And I thought it would actually be fun to actually go through all of the FD cars. You know, we're not going to spend too much time on each one's car, but we do have ourselves a little tier list. Now, it's not super complicated to make. I got basically pictures here that I'm going to pull up so that we can see a little bit better, just if you guys need a refresher on what these guys' liveries have. Now, I do want to preface a couple things. Obviously, like the pictures I have, let's just start with Osbo here. I'm going to bring up Osbo's picture. Now, obviously, you can't see the hood great. These are just screenshots from when I was recording qualifying. So, but you got to keep in mind, most people see these cars on a live stream, right? So you're not going to see every detail like you were standing 5 feet from the car. You're going to see
but it has to look good on the live stream, right? Like seeing it in person is one thing, but if it doesn't look sick on the live stream, what's the point?
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying like my pictures aren't like super close and to the car. They're like a general good shot, but it's not like you're going to see every detail from these photos that I have. They're not like professional photos, like where you can see everything.
Are you saying you're not a professional?
No, I'm a fraud, as we all know. But what I'm saying is like I think this is a good representation of what people generally are going to see out of a live stream. Like on the live stream, and I don't know if you guys can even see this, but there's some cool like silver design in here behind the Kenda logo that you're never going to see in a live stream. So you can decide on whether or not you want to include that in your score for a logo or for a livery.
Like a watermark on the photo from right here.
Right. Yeah. So it's so there's definitely some stuff to kind of check out and look at, but I think it would be a lot of fun. You know, this is a pretty standard grading system, S through F. And for me, just so you guys know my pet peeves. Number one, if you don't change your logo after each year, you already are down to letter grade for me, just because I think it's lazy. I mean, I get it if you want to keep your branding consistent and yada, yada, yada. I still think you can change it up a little bit and still keep your brand. And I like keeping it fresh, but I understand budget's a thing, all that other stuff. So it is what it is. But for me, that's just down a letter grade. Another one for me, black wheels. I'm a black wheel hater. I am a proud black wheel hater, and
you should go down like 2 tiers for that. For sure.
Dude, it's
black wheel drops you 2.
Yeah, but you got to remember. So we're doing liveries, not necessarily body kit and wheels, but I feel like the color of your wheels does matter.
Part of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like they have to be.
Absolutely. So that's another thing that is a little pet peeve of mine. Do you guys have any pet peeve on people's liveries and stuff like that? There's some color combos that I just don't think work, but we'll get to that.
That's what I was going to say. It's pretty much just color combos for me. I'm like, I associate certain colors with things. So, you know, as soon as I see like a green and red, I literally just think watermelon, and it's just not, it's just like a weird, you know, or like the purple and green combo, like the Joker combo, another one that's like not a fan of, but that's kind of those are kind of really the only ones that kind of instantly where I'm like, nah.
For me, it's red and yellow, and I just think McDonald's.
True.
I think red. No offense, Corey. Sorry, buddy. Red. I've never liked red cars ever.
No, that's a hot take.
I've owned a bunch of them and hated all
of them. That's a hot take.
But, I mean, just red's not a good color for cars. There's so many better colors out there, dude. Red.
Your beard's red. You're red.
It's orange.
Fair. Understood.
All right.
Look, I couldn't choose this. I can choose the color of my car.
True. Fair.
All right.
Nate, are we doing like overall looks of cars or just their liveries?
So liveries. I want to keep it to liveries because as soon as you start like involving, I like Supras better than S13s or S14s, then it's like, okay, well then that's not really judging the livery. You
okay,
know,
what about like all on the same scale, but like ride height and wheel fitment?
It's hard to tell because I can't think of any super bad wheel. Actually, no, I can't.
I don't think so. I don't think it's super fair though, too, because I guess some cars, you know, like again, we're not even on his yet, but like Cole Richards' car is like super high in the air, but it like is one of the like super functional. So I'm never gonna dock him for not being hella flush or anything like that.
I got to get a really good look at Cole's car because he was gracious enough to let us buddy up with him and do testing right before Long Beach. So
hell yeah,
I'm actually a big fan of that one.
Hell yeah, yeah, me too.
All right. So why don't we start with Osbo? Just do the easy one first here. Well, not easy grade per se, and I'm gonna quick throw up the poll in chat. But first, Lance, what are you guys thinking on Osbo's livery here?
Are the wheels bronze? They kind of look bronze, right?
Yeah, they're dark,
Zoom in on that
which
wheel.
I don't love. One sec, I'm typing in the classes.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually saw. I remember when Osbo first released his livery, and I saw like a bunch of kind of slander on it. But personally, I kind of like it. You know, is it my favorite thing in the world? Maybe not. Maybe it's just because my personal preference and style. But I like, you know, we talked about like live stream and stuff like that. It feels like a little bit more of a throwback kind of ways. Like the last couple of years, they went really kind of like unique, kind of, I wouldn't say edgy, but like a little different. The white I was not a fan of, so I'm glad to see back to the black base and the bright color.
Apologies, guys.
Just feels like Batman to me, dude. Right?
Dude.
Like the Super kind of looks like the Batmobile, and it's black and yellow.
There we go. Now I got the pull up. Okay, so this is the other challenge with cars, right? Especially guys that have been running the series for a while. We have previous liveries of their cars, and for me, this is probably one of my least favorite liveries of his cars. I like the bronze. I like the gold a lot better.
The gold was sick,
dude. I thought it was sick. And I saw a comment on the internet which kind of ruined this car for me, and they're like, "It looks like it's wrapped in caution tape."
Oh no!
And I was like, "Damn it, you're right."
I can see that.
Yeah. So for me, it's just, and the other challenges too is, so Supras are interesting because they have such like proportionate lines to follow, and for me, I just don't think the wrap follows a lot of the lines of the car. So it's also a little bit weird to me. It's like they tried to make a wrap not really made for a Supra on a Supra with some of it, but in terms of actually, like, you know, obviously you can see the sponsors decently well. I mean, they're always going to be a big priority for them, but curious what the chat is saying at the moment.
I mean, what's your grade on it there, dude?
Sorry. For me, it's a C.
That's where I was going to put it. About a C.
I'm right.
It's just a mid pack. It's nothing like, there's no wow factor to it.
Yeah, you know, like you said, the gold chrome, dude, was so good, so good. And I'm a sucker for chrome. I'm a sucker for a chrome matte combo. Actually,
I'm a sucker for sparkles. If there's sparkly to it, I'm into it. I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah, it's always a fun one. So it's interesting. The chat is.
Wait. What's Cory's score? He didn't score.
I was actually going to give it a B, but I don't know. There's something about like the black and yellow that I actually like. So
okay.
I was rocking with a B on this one. As much as I love sparkles and stuff, I don't know why, but I like it.
All right. Well, chat's 44% CD territory. I'm going to go with the C because the other section of the next high section was AB, so I'm assuming C is what most people gave it a grade. So we're gonna toss him. I just have to find his car. Crap. Next, now we're gonna do the order of that they're in over here because that makes it easier to find. All right, so we're gonna put you in C, Mr. Osbo. And like I said, partially what hurts it for me is the fact that I liked his other liveries better.
Yeah, you feel like it's a step down. Mm-hmm. I get it.
Here's a fun one. So where is he at? Mr. Benny Hobson. So I will start off with saying Ben Hobson chooses some of the most difficult colors for me to combine. I'm not a yellow person. I'm not a pink person. But I think this is pretty good.
I love it. It reminds me, his cars every year just keep reminding me of Wild Berry Pop Tarts. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, the old Pop Tart cars out there again.
Yeah. And, you know, for me, I like the outlines of the body kit. I always like outlines of the lines of the car. I think that's always a compliment to the chassis and everything. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? I'm gonna quick make the poll here. I gotta find a faster way to do this, but it's what it is.
This one I'm at a C for.
Interesting.
Damn, that was quick too.
Yeah, and maybe I'm not sure. Maybe it's the bias of like the Mustang itself, but I feel like it's how like we're over here like slandering like how the super lines like the lines don't go with the car, and like the front where that yellow
True.
is just throws me off. Like it feels so like to have anything again in all the design I've ever done, to have a harsh line in the front go like backwards and down and not like go anywhere. That feels like I just picked the car up and I dipped it in queso and then put it back on the track.
Dude, queso bucks there, man. Like,
True.
I do agree with you there. The front line of that bumper is not great. It needed to like come back to the car. And actually, what's and here's a big difference is you'll notice this between this car and Dean's. There's one saving grace for me on this car, and it's the yellow part above the Pennzoil where Hobson's name is. One of my main critiques of Dean's car when we get to it is there's just a black hole of nothing on the side of it. And so at least there's some stuff going on with this one, which is why I actually like this one better than Dean's. Chat's at a CD territory. I was going to give it a B because I'm impressed with how he's combined two colors I don't like and made them somewhat appealing. And the white top's actually pretty fun too. But no, I can definitely go C on this for sure.
I'm gonna stay B on it, honestly, and that's just because I like the clash of colors on it.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is,
I could almost agree to go down to C, but it would be including those aero disc wheel things that they keep doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of those.
I think they're fun, dude. I'm kind of. I wish FD let them. You know, when they put Osbo's face on one of them, and then FD was like, "No, you can't do that anymore." And I was like, "Oh."
I think aero discs are cool, but I think they're cool on like the right platform, and I just don't think these cars are it.
They don't really make sense, do they?
No.
But I think they're fun, and I am all for fun. The chat's definitely in the CDF territory. So they are not a fans, interestingly enough, of.
Do they hate the livery, or do they just not like RTR because they just keep winning the championship?
Oh no, I gotta read the chat. I got too many things going on. It's like strawberry and banana. That's true. Queso dipped. Oh man,
queso.
Yeah, dude. Some banana strawberry, dude. Banana strawberry Go-Gurts throwback.
Dude, hell yeah! Yeah, strawberry yogurt's fucking slap, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, you know, downgrade from last year. That's another challenge. If you liked his car last year, I think I liked his. I think I liked all of the Mustang liveries last year a bit better, which is also the challenge. I think C is a fair grade for this car. I know it's fence sitting. It's unfortunate that I can only do, I think it's four categories because I have to put A, B together and C, D together. But I think I'm going to go with the C on this one just because the other two categories up and below it are pretty similar. So we'll stick with C.
Stick her in there. Move on to the next one there.
Alrighty, let's do that. Next one, while I'm doing this, is Cole Richards. I got to bring up the picture. All right. I got some gripes with this car, but Kurtis, you go first. You're the one that said you loved it.
I like it. It's super simple. There's not a ton going on. It's not overly busy. The red is reflective red, so it gets bonus points. right? It's like a chromey kind of red. I love it. I'm a big fan of it. I don't like the way the car sits overall, but I understand why it sits like that. You know, I'm gonna go high. I would go. I don't want to give out an A this early, but like I would say B for sure. A solid B.
Yeah, I'm with Kurtis. I love this car, but I'm sticking to a B on my guns with this one too because it's like I feel because it's not maybe contrasting enough for me. I really like I like not the harsh color of like because it's all reflective red that it like kind of blends in, but and I love this car. Honestly, this is one of those cars, Nate, where like there's a lot. It looks really good up close. Like when you see it up close, it really gives like that extra effect.
That's my problem
Like,
with it.
But like looking at it like from here, again, it's sick. The design is sick, but yeah, I gotta keep it at a B strictly because there's really not like a whole lot going on.
Yeah. So this is my problem with the car. I know, and this is why I tried to preface this before the event, or not before the event, before we started doing the grades. Is like you got to keep in mind most of these people are going to see this car on the live stream, and for me, this is probably one of the worst looking cars in the live stream because you don't see 90% of his livery.
That's only because he's going so fast with so much smoke that you can't.
Well, it's just for me, it's one more color that's either not chrome or just like a solid color.
It's got purple in it.
That's just barely.
It's there though
on the pillar, and like he needs one accent color for me. He needs an accent color.
Man, I think it defines like what a privateer is.
The accent color is what's keeping it from an A for me. And also he gets stocked because of his wheels. If he had an accent color that's like a solid color, I think for me, and it looks like there's a gray that's a solid color in there, just like a brighter color. For me, that I think it would be an A, but as it stands for me, it's a solid B because, and then obviously I docked it a point too because of the wheels. So
there's chrome on the wheels, dog. They're not full black.
It's like half a point. Okay, but still. It's still like B for me.
He's sitting like a B- for you right now, huh?
Yeah. He's teetering, but that's the thing, right? Because I love his car in person, up close. It looks great, but and I'm trying to remind people, majority of people watch FD on the live stream. They aren't going to see these cars in person. And I try to remember that, and I think. When you're designing a livery, you need to remember that as well for your sponsors and everything else. Like the majority of people that are going to see your car is not in person. And even especially like on your social media and stuff too, whenever you post clips of the car and whatnot. It's a cool look. For me, it's just a little too subtle. So for me, it's a B. And the chat seems to be agreeing with me too. It seems like it's an A, B is the highest, but then the next highest is C, D.
I cheated. I voted on the chat this time.
Yeah, so there's even some Fs in there, but so I'm pretty confident to put this one in B based on what the chat's saying as well. So, but yeah, I mean, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but that's just how I think about things.
I think it's fair. I mean, that's why I gave it. I know. I like the style a lot. That's why I upped it to like a B. But yeah, it's the same thing of like, again, it's partially like the reason why my car is so bright is because of it's noticeable, it's recognizable like immediately on the stream or not on the stream.
Yeah.
All right. I think your reasoning is sound behind, what you're saying.
Actually, that's funny. The chat literally went down to a CD at the end there. I was like, damn, wow, you guys are harsh. But we'll do B-. Okay. All right, next up. I can't read. I think that's Jack's car. So let's do Jack Shanahan. Low key. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to just open it. There we go. Dude, low key. Super simple, super good.
And put together like super last minute.
Dude,
Yeah.
for real.
Right? Like, I like it.
Dude, it's and I'll let you guys go because I got to type this. So 1 sec. Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey. Lead this one off.
I love Jack's car. I love this one a lot. I think this one, I think it is pretty simple, but I like that, at least that one like harsh contrasting color. I don't feel like they didn't do anything wild where like all the sponsor logos are all crooked and kind of wild. I think it looks really good. It looks really good on track. Looks good overall. I think the color of the car is good. I mean, because I do think like recognizable is important, especially for someone to hop in like a car. Like this is not Jack's normal view, right? Jack's usually heavily like a kind of like a color, whether it's like he's usually pretty purple, like white and purple and kind of stuff. So for him to hop in something like this and for it still to be like recognizable and unique enough where I don't feel like there's like to take like a simple tribal livery, which is kind of what it is, and still make it like, oh, that's Jack Shanahan. Like I think it's sweet. I actually really like this car, and I think it's just the colors. Black, it's wild because black cars are tricky, like because you can have a scenario like Cole's where it has a lot of detail and does all this stuff, but you can sometimes suffer from the fact that the black like disappears. It just like, especially because obviously tires are black, and if you run a dark color wheel and like it just like domino effects where like everything just goes away. So I think the red here just like is super important, and the fact that it matches the Pulsar logo, I think is good. And sometimes, and even the FD banner, there was like 1 year where I like had my color scheme and like the ProSpec banner was very heavily purple, like the whole thing was purple, and I think it messed with like a ton of people's liveries across the board to just slap like a super weird violet purple on like everyone's cars. So I think this one kind of goes hand in hand with all that stuff.
Yeah, no, 100%. Chat definitely agrees as well. They're in the AB territory. We even got a couple S votes in there. Also, big plus for me are the color combos: red, black, and silver. Dude, that's one of the top ones for me. It's in terms of color combos. Like it's really hard to go wrong with that. Like you said, super simple tribal livery, but it just works, dude. Tribal stuff just works when you do it right. And it's not like it's following necessarily the lines of the car, but it's following the lines enough to give you the idea of where all of the fender flares are and everything like that. And like you said, the logos. And here's another challenge actually with FD and logos is especially drivers that have a lot of them. And it's like, how do you put all of these brands and all this stuff on the car without making it look bad? And for him, it just, even though there's a bunch of logos and they're like right on top of all the tribal stuff, it kind of just flows with it. It's not super distracting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm definitely at an A with this one.
Yeah, for me. Sorry, yeah, I never said the grade, but yeah, I'm gonna put an A on this one. Chat's definitely looking like they agree for the most part with an A as well.
It's just a mix of like the three different colors and like blending it all together really well, right?
It's just appealing, dude. And like I'm a Strom wheel like lover, so I love their wheels, and partially of the fact that we can't really get them over here, so at least not yet.
Biased just because you like the wheel company. How rude.
I know. So, but I do like. I just also like the wheels in this car when it's not spinning. And we're gonna go ahead and end the pull off there. I'm gonna go solid A for that one. That's in.
Yeah, I like it.
Solid. Here might be the most controversial one of the day. I don't know what controversial, but Matt Field. And I got a good lighted picture of the car too. Unlike his release livery photo, which was, no offense, whoever did it did not highlight the parts of the livery of the car at all.
Yeah, this one's tough. I honestly, all the pictures on Instagram, I actually really liked it. But whatever this picture that I'm looking at right now is definitely not appealing.
Interesting.
I don't know. I think maybe it's because it is so lit up. Because I think that like that black chrome on the whole front and looks sick. Like it looks mean as hell. Like when it's not maybe getting blasted under the sun. I don't know. I guess I really like this because I actually I really like this car from a lot of angles. I didn't recognize that little like transition on the side with like the red and yellow. With the yellow, the yellow feels odd. I don't know. I'm actually pretty low on this one. I might unfortunately put this down in like a, yeah, this is like a D for me.
It's pretty low, dude. Like it just, and I think like the chrome on the front is probably just like reflecting off the walls, right? Like maybe it's the white from the walls reflecting it from this
Dude,
angle.
it is one of the weirdest cars to film I've ever done. Sometimes when it goes around track and it's like it's gray skies out and there's no light, it's a black car. Sun's out, it is gray front and back. I'm like, what the hell? So
yeah, it's not doing strong right now, man. It's just it looks like what I envision of American Corvette drift cars, which is not.
So see, so here's my problem. I have a problem pretty much for the exact opposite reason. I thought in the pictures he released, it looked like a black Corvette in a half-finished livery. And I was like, dude, you can't even tell that the front's a different color. And then when I got to it in person, I was like, oh, I see it now. I see that it's not just a black Corvette. But again, does the live stream see that? Maybe. He loves it. He thinks it's sweet, like black chrome. For me, it's just tricky. Black chrome is it's a hard one to do a large portion of your car in. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hard
definitely
to work with on anything.
Well, for sure. It looked good in pictures. I will say, sickest suit and helmet of the group. Like, hands down, like, his helmet this year is amazing.
Yeah. But regardless, okay, so let's ignore the front and the back of the car because let's say it's black or chrome. Let's see, whatever, even if that's good, I still think the middle of the car is a black hole. Middle to back of half of the car. Yeah, and I think it needs something like if that yellow extended all the way across the top of that body line, like all the way back, then you get at least something going on back there. But like for me, there's just a big black hole. And that's where the livery really fell short for me. And the fact the first time I saw it, it looked like a black Corvette, like just black with nothing on it. So I'm at a D on this one for sure. Chat is looking at F, 43% saying F. Oof. So yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Chat's so much more mean than us, right?
Dude, it's harsh out here. I will say you can see all the logos easily. Which is, part of it. But with that being said, it's just one of those things where he tried something and he likes it. And if he likes it, it's half the battle, right? So, but for me, I feel like I've just liked all his liveries better too, his previous years. He's another one of those guys. Even the Falcon, especially when the Falcon liveries are always good too. Like, those are iconic, but they look good.
I don't know if you can count the Falcon liveries though, because it's just the Falcon livery.
Yeah, but it still looks good.
But also, you can accredit it to any driver because it's the Falcon livery.
Yeah.
So true.
So, I love Matt, but again, for me, it just feels incomplete, and then it's really a hit or miss with that black chrome. It's a challenge. So. Should we go with chat? Who's saying F? 44% are on F on this.
That's a lot.
What are the other where are we stacking up in the other ones?
37% in CD. So it's either an F plus or a D minus.
Yeah, man, he's pretty down there. I mean, it's up to you. You're the king of the coast.
I know. I wasn't gonna give it an F, but the chat says F, so I think we're gonna have to go with F on this one.
Dude, I hope Matt beats you up next.
Dude, he will. He's gonna come and find me. And be like, dude, what the hell is this? I'm like, dude.
I don't think it deserves an F. Yeah, F's harsh, but yeah, I do.
F is pretty harsh, dude. I don't think we'd put anybody in F.
Yeah.
Oh, I am gonna put some people in F. Okay, we're gonna get there. Don't worry. There's some people that failed hard this year.
Yeah, he studied for this.
Yes, not really, but. I mean, I look at footage all damn day. I know these cars by the back of my hand by now. Dylan Hughes. Okay, so this is a challenge, right? Okay. I will preface, even though it's technically the same livery he had at the end of the year last year, there's a reason that he does it. Also, he will change his livery throughout the year. For me, that gets bonus points because.
I don't think that's fair. You got to rate it. You got to rate it as it is, and it's a leftover livery from last year.
But he does
It's
that
not
for a
even
marketing purpose. It's only going to be on there for a couple rounds, and then they're going to change it again.
In my opinion,
But that's inside information.
this isn't a livery.
Okay.
This is
All right.
This is like again, I love Dylan. I love his car. I've learned a lot from Dylan, but
Yeah.
and I love what he does for his sponsors, like its support. But if we're talking like livery design here, this is an F. I got
There
a
we
die.
go.
You can see my die cutter right behind me. If I want to go put white logos on the side of my car right now, I could do that.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm actually going to agree with you on
Also,
this.
purple green. I know it's O'Reilly, but the purple green.
Purple green is pretty bad. I agree. Like actually seeing it on a car is pretty awful.
Yeah, so a couple things for me. I think this is probably one of his weakest because he's had a lot of fun logos on his car or fun liveries on his car because it changes so much. And for me, this is one of the worst ones from just how he's done things in the past. And like you said, it's a tough combo, purple and green. But for me, I think the purple, it's just something about it. It's just it's almost like a black hole if it's not lit up because right now it's in the sun and it's lit up. But when it's not, it's like it's really dark.
Yeah, what's crazy too is every other livery that he's done is like sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like the other ones have it's still subtle, but a lot of them like flow really well. That's honestly, this was just an unfortunate timing to be reviewed on
I
the
know,
podcast.
Right? So, yeah. So for me, this might be another F. Chat's actually agreeing as well, dude. Shout out to chat, by the way. We're getting like almost 30 votes. A lot of these. So
good. Stay active. Click the buttons.
We got 60 people watching here. Yeah, you guys should hit that like button too, by the way. But no, I don't. It's and it's tough because with drivers, and we'll get to another driver that's going to be also changing his livery every round, which is crazy.
Jesus.
But because of that, they kind of went back where they took it back a notch on how crazy their liveries are this year. And so it's a tough one for me, right? Because if you're doing this, a more subtle livery because you want to, you don't want to, kill your guy, whoever's doing it, like you just, you're trying to make them not want to kill themselves, it's a tough one, but for us, we have to grade it how we see it, right? And it just looks like it needs something. There's nothing outside of underneath on top of the door and the bottom of the door. There's no, like you said, there is no real livery here. It's just a purple car.
You could have put a backing around all the white, right? Like
or something,
on the logos. Like there's a bunch you could have done to at least make it better than what this is. But I do agree with Cory. Like it looks like you just went on an old vinyl plotter, printed out some logos, and slapped them on a car.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, in the chat does agree with you as well. Looks like we're putting Hughes. Like I said, this is probably the worst logo he's ever, or not worst logo. Sorry, worst livery he's done because he's had some great ones in the past. So
my RC car livery is better than
next one, Sorensen already gets Dr. Point because he didn't change it from last year. For me, but it's also, I don't know, it's a tough one, dude. Camo's a tough one on cars.
I've never liked camo on cars. I understand why it has camo on it,
right?
But I've never liked camo on cars.
I weirdly like Brandon's car. I wish it was still an E46, like body kit. I love that he made his own, but I wish it was still an E46. But I don't know. I think the camo's tough. I'm like, maybe I don't like the whole package itself, but I think the blue chrome and the camo's cool. Doesn't mean I rate it high. No, maybe it gets it's like a B minus, C plus for me. But I don't know. Camo's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's a weird one for me because I'm sure he's kind of limited on what he can do design wise, anyways, dealing with the Air Force and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I know Takano Sully, he couldn't basically do anything. And when we get to his livery, obviously we're going to talk about that too. So there's going to be a lot of limitations when you work with like certain companies. But so here's the thing. I love the color combo of blue, black, and gray. I'm a sucker for that. There's a little bit too much white for me on the car. I think it needs. I think if this car was black in the front, or just a darker color in the front, I think it would slap. And yeah, there's just something missing for me on it. So I'm at a C on the car. You're right, though. If it was an E46, it might even be bumped up just because I don't know. Like, it's cool that, like you said, he makes that his own kit, but I don't know. I like the E46.
Listen, Brandon himself is probably like one of the smartest people, especially driver like knowledge people in like pro. He really is like, I respect him so much for it. But man, I like E46s.
Yeah. So
isn't the car still an E46? It's just a E46 with an awful body kit.
Yeah.
yeah. It's been the same since Hyperfest like 7 years ago or so. That was when they like the first year first shootout I ever did.
That was the worst event ever, dude. I've never seen so much rain in my life.
It was so bad. That was literally my first shootout. I was like, I'm gonna get my license, and then it rained. It rained a lot. Oh my god!
He won it, dude. He crashed us out, and that's how he won.
I remember Dustin sitting on the middle of the track because he broke 2 trailing arms because people kept running into him on that transition down the hill.
Yeah, well, it was a double elimination, and when Brandon smacked us, like we like lost or whatever they decided, and then we couldn't continue on because we were out of knuckles. It kept bending the rear knuckle on the car.
So it's funny because that was the event that Nate made me notoriously negatively famous because that's when I ran into Mike Prez's Supra.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that was a whole thing.
That was an insane event, dude. I stood in the pouring rain just talking casually to Brian Eggert because we had given up on trying to be dry.
Yeah. It was so bad.
Was a rough one, man.
My dad actually pulled like our dually. Sorensen's got stuck like the whole semi rig, and we pulled it out like with just our dually.
Jesus, dude.
It was
refused to move our truck. They kept trying to make us move, and we were like, no, go away. All right, anyway, Brandon's a good C on this one, right?
Yeah, that's what the chat's saying too. C is where it's kind of landing. So we'll throw him in C. All right, next up, your boy, Andy Bumperless Haitley.
Yeah, we don't ever run the rear bumper in practice anymore, so it's the shots from practice.
No, I think he flew it off. This is his second qualifying lap. I think he ripped it off the first qualifying lap.
Well, every time we put it on the car, he hit the walls. And so, like, the car left a crumpled beer can in the backside. So,
yeah. All right.
It's no secret that I've never, and Andy knows this too, I wasn't a fan of this livery when it was on the 30. I'm still not really a fan of it on the car now.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I don't really like orange, even though my car borderline is like red orange.
I'm unfortunately an orange hater as well.
Not a huge orange fan.
You don't like orange.
I know, that's why I said there's a caveat there, but not like super orange. But this is also the same, right?
Yep.
I also know that he's like his own sponsor and stuff, but the door is like sick graphic, but it feels there's a huge gap.
Okay, let me preface something then, since we've been prefacing other things. The wizards on the door weren't supposed to be wizards. They were supposed to be lettering down the side skirt that said the Drift Wizard, and the graphic guy sent the wrong graphics. And so that was what we had and what he threw on the I swear to God. Yeah, it was just a mix-up. There wasn't supposed to be anything on the doors at all.
Wow. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't hate it. I think it's
doing a
fun.
full refresh, you know.
I think it's fun. I just think it looks like someone took a bunch of drugs and started throwing stuff on the back of the car.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't get it, Andy. I'm sorry. I don't understand any of it. Like,
I can call him real quick, and he can poorly explain to me why I love it so much.
you know, and chat's saying F. I don't know if it's an F tier. That's a little harsh. I was going more T.
I hate it, so I'm not going to go against chat. It should just be their decision. Maybe Andy will listen to the masses.
Yeah, I might actually be with him on this one. I liked Matt's car better than Andy's.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like chat has spoken. Sorry, Andy.
Sorry, Andy. You're in an F, dude. Take notes. Time to change the livery on the 46.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Next one, and this will be. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are going to be on this one. Rudy Hansen.
I'm sorry, Rudy. I love you. F.
F? Wow. Why are you Rudy an F?
Wow. It's the color combo. I love S13 coupes, but this color combo makes me I just can't vibe with it. I don't know what I relate it to in my head, but it makes me think of like a dog toy.
You didn't grow up in the 90s, huh?
No, I mean, I was born in 95, so not really.
Yeah, so you didn't grow up in the 90s.
I didn't grow up in the 90s.
That's probably why I like it.
Yeah, no. For me it's not the color combo. It's the challenge of being almost too busy is where, and like, for example, just on like the door, for example, where it says Team Hansen, in my opinion, the Team Hansen part should be in a different color. Because I think it blends in too much with the background of the logo and the streaks behind it.
Yeah. Also, someone said Team Reverse, but Americanized. Don't slander Team Reverse like that. Though, how with their execution of like highlighter color is hands down like top tier.
Interesting.
I mean, it really is like, what's up with it? It looks like he got shot with a paintball gun on the front bumper.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's just kind of the styling with. But for me, I don't hate it. For me, it's a bit busy. I like the bright colors. For me, it's a pretty solid C, if not B, in my opinion. Chat's at a C.
I could agree with CB.
Yeah, so chat's at a CD territory. I'm not a major hater. I also the helmet matches, which is cool. They do the mismatch wheels, which is fun.
I like the mismatch wheels, and I like his helmet and stuff a lot. And also, this car like fits Rudy and Shelly. Like I love them both. But man.
Hey, on the mismatched wheel topic, would you guys rather see mismatched front to rear or left to right?
Front to rear.
I like left to right.
Really?
Yeah, one side you get like a sick same like because you really only see one side of the car at a time, right?
Right.
And so when you transition, if you use like super bright wheels, one side you'll be like, oh, that looks sick, and then it transitions, you're like, holy fuck, it looks even sicker.
Yeah, I like this because it matches the livery. So you got the blue in the back and the green in the front. Although it would be interesting to have the blue in the front and the green in the back because then it highlights the wheels better. But
yeah. And I do say I think and I think again this is partial to like what I like, but the splat on the front and the splats like on the side are like not my favorite, and then the like tear it's like a bear claw or something like that. I think the colors could probably work with like a little bit different graphic, but yeah, I think the water splashes are just not my era.
Gotcha. Well, chat said C. I agree with C. We're throwing it in C. Solid livery. All right.
Yeah, I can't believe Field's car is down where it is. I feel like Field needs a promotion to D.
Dude, chat was harsh, dude. Chat was like in. Man, I feel bad for him too. I feel bad.
It's too late. You guys can't go back and change it now.
No, that's what chat decided. All right. The great one's probably worst livery I think I've seen him ever drive.
It's very corporate.
Yeah, there's just not much to talk about on this one.
I don't have anything nice to say, so I'm gonna exercise my option not to say anything at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's a tough because I think we all have a lot of respect definitely for like the support and the program and the partners that they have. But if we're just strictly talking in like chat and everyone, we're talking livery design. Like, it's just livery design. So, or it's like,
it's like they forgot to do some of it, like there's huge sections where it's, I think they needed to, and you're not going to recognize this from a live stream, but if you look in, there's 2 different grays here, but they're so close together, you're not going to see that. The only reason you see it is because the car's lit up right now, so
it's 2 different greens as well, dude. Like 2 different grays.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. But it's like, for me, it's
they
like
should have gone with the lime green more, to be honest.
Yeah, like you needed if you would have done the lime green over all of the accents instead of the regular green, even though it doesn't match the O'Reilly as much, but I think that would have helped. I think if you would have changed these to a different color, and it's interesting because it's the same design as Hobson's, and I think Hobson's car just looks substantially better.
I totally flipped on that. I actually like the gray contrast more than the bright color.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like when you see this car, it's just a gray car with some green highlights. And I don't know. I feel like it needs a little bit more something. So for me, it's pretty solid. I was going to throw this in F tier, but chat's not there. Chat's in D.
No, I would. I'm at like a C with this.
Oh wow!
And again,
okay.
I actually think it's like, because I think it's done really well. but it's just the colors for me. Like I don't mind the black and green, and I think the white top goes well with it. And I like that it's not the queso dipped.
Yeah. Well, for me, I just liked his livery last year so much better. His livery last year was sick. And so
last year was really good with the blue and the orange, but with the AutoZone livery.
Yeah. So when it's chrome, I'm a sucker for chrome. So, but chat's pretty heavy in the CD territory, and the F and the AB is pretty close. I'm leaning towards D. All right. So what is it going to be, Kurtis? You're the deciding factor here.
Oh, dude, I'm going D for sure.
All right.
It's just very bland and like boring, and then the 2 different greens and the 2 different grays, and like,
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I feel bad. But I think the consensus is definitely D territory. So we're gonna go with that one in D as we get through these cars. I'm trying to push this along because there's quite a few to get through and whatnot. So next one, I think Ken Gucci. Is this the same livery or is this a different livery from last year? I'm trying to remember.
This is fresh.
I don't remember. You're gonna have to look up Ken Gucci's car from last year
because they all look similar, but they all look good.
Yeah, I think the coloring changed, but you might want to double check that.
Yeah, I mean, chat can tell me, but I've always thought Gucci's cars are some of the best in the field. And this for me, I don't like the body kit on the car. I don't like his body kit.
Yeah, it's kind of weird looking.
But I think it makes up for it in the liveries.
Yeah, I think this is a big one. I'm immediately, obviously this is way more my steam, my style, what I like. I think he made white look really well. White I think is pretty easy to like, everything kind of gets lost in the white. I think it's sick. I like the white wheels on top of it. And again, it's crazy because they can't control it, but it matches the FD banner so well. It kind of like ties in the car. So I'm big on this one. I'm putting this like out of all the FD cars, because I know although it's the pro ones, this is actually S for me.
All right. Chats.
It's not the same as last year. It's very, very, very close.
Yeah. I will say the challenge for me is still Minoa's and his cars are very similar, colors and design wise. So that's one of the challenges, is they do kind of get mixed up. But Chad is at 55% right now, AB, and then 27% S tier. So definitely at the A side of it.
I mean, I would put it A for sure. I don't know if I'm going to go S on it, and I think that's mainly just because it's very, very. I went and looked at last year's livery, and it's very close to it.
Still close.
And the other challenge for me is,
But
and I know
Gucci,
we're not grading body kits here, but I think
it
it's
plays
just
a role, dude.
it's tough because I don't like the body kit on it.
It
Because
looks like it has a massive like overbite.
there's some really good GTA,
I was gonna say
GR80
it's pretty
body kits.
it's pretty much just the front bumper. The front bumper is just a little odd.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the tuck
fine.
back in. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just makes it very tame to a very flashy livery. And everything else I like about it though. Even
I feel like the Greddy could have been like a darker outline maybe on it though. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like it's really like I know it says Greddy down the side of the car.
right.
but
And it's
if I,
probably
like,
because
look
we've
at it, I'd
known
have to
him
look
for
close,
how long
you know,
have that,
maybe-
you know?
Huh?
It's partly because we know him for so long and that's been his like thing for a while. So
Yeah.
but like yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's
And
up
it's
there,
not
though.
and it's not like it's a complicated livery either. You know, you got some tribal flame with some little X's all over the place. But no dude, I mean this is a pretty solid A tier. And I think
Yeah, I
Chad
mean, it's what
agrees.
you expect from Gucci, to be honest.
Right.
Mhm.
And I mean this is about as close as you're gonna get to S tier. According to the chat, they're at 50% AB, but like 35% said S tier. So yeah, I think this is going to be perfect for an A tier livery drop. Boom, A tier. All right, next up, ooh, I might have a hot take on this one. Connor Shanahan. I gotta find his picture. There it is. And now I will say, before we get started, I thought this was the same livery at first of Manoa, and then I looked at it and I realized nothing is the same except for the little lines in the front here. Everything else is completely different. And
I drink a lot of Red Bull, so
and I think this is one of the sickest liveries in the field. This is my S
yeah, I
tier
mean,
pick.
I love it. I think it's sick because it ties in that classic like Red Bull with all the crazy that's going on in the backside of it.
Yeah. So, but I'll let you guys talk as I type here, because I wasn't a big fan at first of the livery, and then I like really looked at it and I was like, damn, it's actually really sick.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I'm definitely I think Red Bull livery slap in general, and it's amazing how they can still do them unique to some degree while still always following like something the same. And I think this kit looks a little bit better on the car, like mainly because of the front and stuff. But
Yeah.
I would agree. I think this is definitely like the back's definitely a little odd. Like it definitely throws me off looking at it from this picture, but I still think this car looks really, really good.
Yeah.
This is more a style of like busy, like kind of like a little bit more Japanese style, but also still corporate, like not losing out. You know, people are like, it doesn't have to be, you can still be corporate and like sick at the same time.
Right. Well, for me, it's the red, the gray, the black back here is my favorite color combo. And the fact that they made a logo that I don't find appealing to look at, really cool. In terms of like the big yellow section, I don't like. I told you I'm not a yellow guy, but how it like kind of comes out of the little vent here and kind of comes up and takes over the side of the car. I think it's the best, one of the best Red Bull liveries I think I've ever seen. Because usually I'm not a big Red Bull livery guy, but I think
Where
this
you guys
was.
at tier wise?
I said S tier.
I'm at like B. I think I'm B.
B?
Yeah.
I'm in an S tier as well because I
Wow.
really like. I just really enjoy the like making busy work.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. No, I like it a lot.
interesting.
I think
chat,
the back is docking, like the back is kind of messing me up. Like
like how it cuts
you know,
off, or what
just
do you mean?
the like. I'm not sure if it's like a wave or a splash or what's going on. Like I like the whole car. I think I like that it is busy, but the back is odd.
Interesting.
Like-
See, I like the back. I think the combo and how they somehow made blue, red, and yellow work with this red and gray and black combo, and it just kind of works for me. I don't know how, but it just does, because normally that wouldn't work. Also the fact that they can get it like an Njuku logo in here and it work perfectly with the rest of the car, like it's pretty impressive. But yeah, this is the closest we've had to an S tier. So let me know what you guys think if we should put it in S tier. AB is at 48%. S tier is at 41%.
mean, that's enough. I mean, like for S tier to be like that high standard, I feel like if you get that many S, it deserves the S. You know?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
both
2 out of 3 here
both
plus 41%, right? Like,
yeah. So first one in S tier, which at first, and I'll be honest, I thought him and Manoa's liveries were the same when I first saw the pictures when they released them. I was like, oh, okay, cool, they're both the same livery. And then I actually like got a chance to look at it. I was like, oh, this is actually like pretty cool. Oh, here's an interesting one. Unfortunately, it's the same livery I think he came with first time he came to FD. Diego Higa.
I mean, I think you're right. I think it's a rewash. But
yeah, it's the same livery, but I don't know if it's. For me, it's not a bad one. I just don't think the Higa name logo is like. It just kind of clashes with his tribal livery, and it's very simple. For me, what's going for it is the wheels and the freaking body kit. I love.
I don't know. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
I think it looked like I like red cars, but it's someone said someone said something about well, actually they're still on the Connor one, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty simple. There's like one logo, like one graphic kind of splat in the middle. I like the red a lot because it's pretty bright. I think the body kit looks good, but I think it's medium.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just tough because there's things I really like about it, and then things I'm like, I just feel like it's not all the way done, and some things don't match perfectly with other things. So I'm at probably a C-ish range, which is a shame because I think this is one of the better kits in the FD. This body, I think it's the same one Cole's running, right? On his car.
I'm pretty sure there was I think there was like 6. Or not, I might be exaggerating 6, but there was a bunch that are all running the same kit.
Yeah.
I think Cole was the first one, but I think everybody else has kind of jumped on the bandwagon running it.
Yeah. It's a very aggressive kit, but it looks good. Yeah, it looks like chat's pretty much in the same spot as we are, CD territory, and then everything else is pretty normal.
He drops a tier because it's a rewash livery from whenever the last time. And the last time he was here was a long time ago, so you had plenty of time to do something different.
Yeah. So I think C tier is, definitely where it's gonna finish at. So why don't we move on to the next one? C. All right. Well, this is gonna be an interesting one. Stooky.
This picture doesn't do it justice. This picture is like super washing the light color.
I don't know, man. Is it the picture or the fact that he thought Desert Storm was the color combo to go with?
Here's the thing.
Last year looked good, but
yeah. So this is, I think, first thing that hurts him is I liked his livery last year better. I need to finish typing this real quick. But the other thing is, I like this car in person a lot more than I did on the live stream. When I watched the live stream back, I didn't think his car looked as appealing. And I think I figured out my problem with it, the livery, because it just needs a dark color. The problem is the gold or bronze, whatever the color this is, that he chose as like the main. I don't think it's dark enough, or it needs like an outline. It needs like a dark outline around it or something. It just needs something to like cool it down on the brightness for me. But
yeah,
for me, it's a solid C for me because I like the brighter colors. I think the car looks really good. Thing is slammed on its nuts. At least that's what it looks like, in the pictures. But
yeah, I think I'm at a C as well, just because I think the design's actually were really good. I think that I agree with you. Just that little bit of even if it was like some sort of little trim around like where the gold is to the white would be like sick. But I think the design itself is sick. I think that looks sweet. And
Yeah.
there's something that I'm seeing right now. It's like the K and the Kenda are like not in line.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I think that's done on purpose, though.
Might be.
Maybe that's interesting. But yeah,
I'm going to agree with the C, but I'm only going to agree with the C because I like Stuckey as a person.
I love
Not a
Stuckey.
fan. Not a fan of the livery, huh?
No, I hate it. I think it looks awful. It looks like it's ready to ride out into the desert.
Dude, chat's agreeing with you. We're at an F tier on the chat.
Well,
jeez.
I hope that's not for like dumb reasons.
No. I mean, I hope it's not. But the livery just stacks.
It's just very bland.
People are saying it's distracting. Isn't that kind of the point of a livery, though?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird description, and that it's distracting. I think it's again. I think I like the placement of everything. I think the design is really good. I like when the rear fender is like kind of enveloped around the tire, like a little bit with like a different color. And white's tricky. White's tricky to make work well.
Yeah, I think we talked about that earlier. It's just like with Gushi's car. And Gushi's had some dark contrasting colors, and that's what helped it.
Oh.
Like I said, I think the yellow is just too, or bronze or gold, whatever. It's too bright.
Brother, it's tan.
Tan, yeah, whatever the
He's calling it wrong. There ain't no sparkle in that thing.
Send it. Let's go next.
All right, we're going with chat. F. Sorry, Stuckey. Oh no, I exited out. 1 sec. I gotta add him back in here. Oh, never mind. Gotta throw it in over here.
Stuckey, when we all come visit at around to try and get hot dogs, remember it was chat that put you in ad.
Yeah, no kidding.
We gave you like a
he still has the best pit in FD, and it's not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, this will be an interesting one. Jeff Jones. I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna say anything for right now until you guys talk. So I'm curious your thoughts.
I know for a fact he loves it. Like I think he even said this is like his favorite livery he's ever done.
Yeah, I think it's I like the colors and stuff. I think I actually don't even mind like the lightning bolt. The like little the speckle in the back and the rear I think is a little odd. And the only reason I'm saying that is because like I feel like when you're doing a livery, you got to pick like a certain amount of like features. You can pick like the tribal like tear, and then if it goes into like some sort of graphic, but then like to pivot into like a hexagonal pattern, it's like a weird flow into that. But I think the livery is pretty good.
Yeah, I love this thing. I just think it works. I don't know why. It's super busy livery, and to me, it just works. The big drift energy with the lightning bolt into the heart, like. It's I think this is one of his best liveries ever had, and this might be one of my favorites in FD, which I was not expecting to say at the beginning of the year. Because Jeff Jones's liveries have been they've been okay, like nothing for me to write home about, but I was like, oh dude, this is actually pretty fun. Yeah. And like you're right, like the features in the back are completely like there's little hearts and stuff back here, and like you're not going to see that in a live stream and whatnot, but I just think it's a really fun livery.
It's cool. I actually don't mind it, and I don't like. I'm looking past the fact that it's on a Z.
Right, that's the biggest challenge, right? That's the worst part is it's on a Z. The other fun part about him is he's always kept just the carbon hood on his car.
For a long time, he had the hood and the hatch were both carbon.
Oh, I know, yeah, just straight rock, like normal carbon. I was like, if I'm gonna dock it somewhere, it's probably that, in my opinion.
No way, dude. That's the early days, dude. Like carbon was a big deal to have. I love when people still keep carbon around.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It just for me, if he would have just put some lines on it, I think that would have worked. But I other than that, dude, I'm at an A, just for because probably the hood is what puts it down to an A for me. But like the rest of the livery, I freaking love. And chat looks like they're mostly agreeing for the most part. 50% A B
on it for me.
B
Yeah, I'm
for
gonna
you.
B. I'm gonna B. I think it's clever.
Okay. Okay.
I think he could have just like done a better job with like his sponsors and his logos because they're a little bit.
They are kind of hard to kind of see because it is busy. Especially like Kumo tire and stuff like that. But yeah. Huh. Why don't we all right, so it says A, B, and then CD's at 32%. So yeah, why don't we go B? That's about the average what chat is saying as well.
You didn't land yourself an F.
Yeah. All right. Next up. Ooh, this will be an interesting one. Masayama.
Oh, the weird fairings.
Dude, I don't get it.
I told you I don't like purple and green.
No,
and the
absolutely
front was
not.
making the bumper like it looks so weird on the live stream.
Dude, it's such a weird front scoop lip thing. Canards, like whoa.
Dude, black wheels? Those are definitely black wheels.
They're pretty sure they're black wheels. Yeah. No, there's a lot of things I hate about this car.
Yeah, you're right. It fits the sponsor. I see. Like it's and the design is cool, and this is personal. Remember, this is personal preference. The purple and green. Oof.
Oh, it's not great.
I am really curious to see what the chat says though, because this is probably one where I'm going to use chat most likely because I don't understand the lore. I don't understand stuff behind it.
Totally agreed. I think we should go off chat on this because I know, like Jared was saying, and all this stuff. It like makes sense. Like it is exactly what it's supposed to be. Is what
first votes were S and F.
Two totally different people in the chat, huh?
Yeah, dude. It's just for me. I don't get it. I don't like the colors. I don't understand why there's random green all over the place. It's kind of cool that they outline the sponsors in orange. Like that's a neat feature. Black wheels is a big killer for me. I just it's a tough one, man. For me, I just understand it. It's a D, solid D for me. Because I think the only reason it's not an F is because it's not a black car. Like I like that it has a design. It's new. He's trying something. Yeah. So it was. It's not my cup of tea though. That's for sure.
I think my issue is always going to be when I walk past it in Long Beach. I was like, ugh. You know what I mean? And like, I think that's just going to stick with me for forever.
Yeah. And those front canards, when you see them, you're like, what the hell are those things?
That's happening a lot across the boards in like drifting styling right now. We're moving back into like early 2000s Nopi for some reason.
Yeah. You want to know what chat's saying?
No.
24%, 24%, 24%, 28%.
Wow.
Really
flip a coin. Insane.
You guys are not helping at all. What the hell, dude?
I mean,
we're like, we're just going to let chat decide this. And the funny thing, the 28% is F. And then it's 24%, 24%, 24%.
I mean, I agree with you. I feel like there's just like, even though I don't like because I can't, I'm like just struggling on the color. But like if it was different colors, like it's pretty sweet. I don't like the front bumper, but like the design itself. So I don't know. I guess that's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a spin-off and I know it's from an anime, but
yeah, it doesn't mean I have to like it. Right?
Yeah,
there's lots of things that are a spin-off of something that are still awful.
Right. Yeah. But
slap it in the middle, I guess. I mean, you got a 20 like.
Dude, the chat is just like, you guys are not helping me right now.
I don't know, man. I feel like D. Like
I said D.
D is where it should go.
I said D. Also, I feel slightly vindicated now because that one dude in the video said this was his favorite livery, and I'm like, what the hell? But he obviously had a hard on for the JDM stuff, so we're gonna stick it in D because that's what chat said. Actually, chat said F, but I'm not gonna put an F. So,
also, you should do this. You should do this for ProSpec as well. After people on ProSpec, and then you got to bring you got to get a pro in here to
that'd be
flame all
fun.
of our liveries.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
find
that'd be
someone who's like
really
graphically like semi-intelligent. That's a pro driver.
Yeah, because it's got to be fair, you know. I mean,
Yeah. I was gonna say I could bring Shelly in, but she's a ProSpec driver. She doesn't do like liveries, but she does like other graphic design work and like really fun stuff too. All right. Next one, the Chenster. Where is his freaking picture? Da, 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 da. There it is. Now, when I first saw this, I thought this was straight F tier, and then I actually got to see it, and I was like, "Oh, there's something in that blue part." I don't know if you even chat can really see it.
make a new class. G.
So it's not as bad as I thought, but my problem, and I think I told you guys at the beginning, red and yellow make me think of McDonald's, and it's an immediate turnoff for me.
It's like every color on one car and black wheels. It's an F.
Yeah, it ticks pretty much every box of something I hate.
Yeah, dude. Like I'll be honest, there's not a single redeeming thing about it that I like.
I think the whatever dragon tribal thing that's going on is cool. Just if you would have made that his whole car, I think it would have been way better.
I was actually going to say that as I think I don't mind like the tone like change. I think if that design that he had was like the whole thing, I think it would have made a huge difference. Like I think it would have been pretty sick.
Yeah, I just don't understand why the red and yellow is there. I don't get it. And then the different color blue in the top, I also don't like. So this is a tough one for me.
It's not a tough one for me. I can very much so easily say it's an F, and then it gets deducted, so it's whatever is below it.
Yeah, I agree with Kurtis on this one.
Wheel. Do we have an E category?
Do we have an E category? Chad is also agreeing. Holy smokes, they're cooking this one.
It's not good,
dude. Yeah, 92% said F.
Oh shit! Well, now I feel kind of bad. But also, totally agree, chat.
Right, and the other challenge is, right, you're not going to see the cool dragon stuff on the live stream. You can't see that, so.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah, it actually went up to 93%. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of. We're gonna go ahead and stop the damage before it gets worse. All right. Probably my favorite look. No, it's actually not my favorite looking yellow car ever because I hate yellow cars. So it's not saying much, but it is the same livery from last year, which to be fair, I thought was pretty good. Turkey's last season. What are you guys thinking, huh?
I've always liked this car. I like the yellow and blue combo. I like how they always fade the blue. I know this one is corporate, and we've like judged some of the corporate ones like all the way at the top and all the way at the bottom, but I really like Turk's car.
Okay.
I also like the hatch as well. I think the white wheels look really good with this.
I mean, as a GR Corolla owner, I also do love the hatch.
Yeah,
but I also feel like it looks weird drifting. So it's a weird feeling for me.
I mean, the car looks weird in general, but
Yeah.
take that out of it. Like it's just mid-pack livery, like B.
I was gonna say B. I think it's good, like good, but just normal.
I think if he would have changed it up, it could push it up a bit higher for me. But yeah, I agree. B is like, it's because I feel like the back half of the car, like the rear bumper section, could use something else. Could use another line or two.
Yeah, I mean they have that tiny bit of blue at the bottom, right? And like maybe if they had pulled a little bit up,
something to go over the wheel arch or something, I think would have helped a bit. Because it is a little bit still too yellow for me. But yeah, no, I mean this is honestly a pretty easy B for me.
But as far as like corporate liveries go, right? Like it's one of the better ones in my opinion.
Absolutely,
agreed.
Yeah. Yeah,
Agreed.
I agree. And you know, chat's right there too. 50%, 57% are AB, and then the 36% are at CD. So B is right where they're landing as well. So this is pretty easy one actually. So we'll go ahead and put you in B, sir. All right, the best livery of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
S.
Yeah, do we need it?
It's
We need a
definitely an
triple.
S, based off of
Yeah.
nothing other than the pure memes and funny we've gotten out of it since.
There's
I
nothing.
was
literally
thinking
nothing
an X tier, but
Yeah, this is superior. This is there's nothing that can beat this one. This
Yeah.
one's amazing.
Top tier.
I mean, even for me, just looking at the livery side is atrocious. Is awful livery in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
No, this
like
is
I don't like purple. I don't like the whatever that is. I don't even know what the design you would call that gray and black. I don't like any of it.
Who even, dude, this car could be all white, all black. It doesn't matter. Just the branding alone. And I thought it was funny, like in added is that the no mirrors thing really threw me off. Like
I just
no
realized that.
side
What the
mirrors at
hell?
all.
Oh,
I
yeah.
noticed it right away in the live stream. It's crazy how much the mirrors like add to the proportion of the car, but yeah,
I
agreed.
thought we had to have mirrors.
I thought so too. Maybe he's got some little ones on the inside or something, but
I'm gonna let chat decide this one.
I really enjoyed this one because the whole like first day, I didn't realize that this was on Beecham's car.
Oh, really?
And so, no, I had no idea. And so Will Parsons is doing a lot of the like Wally Robot Judge stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was telling Will that when he finally found Beecham, because he'd been looking for him for a while, I was like, well, when he gets here, just make sure you ask him about his gas station boner pills. They're in his side by side. And I kept making that joke to him. And then I saw Beecham's car, and I'm like, oh, dude, he's definitely going to have them now. Like, it's all going to track.
yeah, it's just funny. I mean, like, it's just funny. I mean, maybe it's not. You could argue that it's not a good influence, not a good whatever, and
I don't care about that.
Whatever you want to, but it's just funny.
So.
I don't know. It just kind of throws it off,
It's just words on the side of a car, right? And like, let's be real, we live in the technological age. Most kids, if they're going to know what it is, already know what it is. They're not going to learn it from the side of a race car.
So you want to know the comedy that is the chat right now in this poll?
I can only imagine.
42% S tier, 0% AB tier, 36% CD tier, and then 23% at F tier. What the fuck am I supposed to do with
F
this?
tier. They could have done more F tier just for Fleshlight.
It's true. This is true.
Yeah. No, I get like I'm me personally as like personal. I'm like big on not supporting this, but it's just funny. Like I don't know how to not like the memes of it.
It's
like,
funny, but from a livery standpoint, I think it's trash.
Yeah. As far as like overall styling, it's pretty not good.
Yeah, livery. No, it's nothing.
Yeah. I just have nowhere to put it because.
All right, if I judge this based off livery, I would put it at the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely F tier.
It's F tier.
So if you combine Fs and CD, it's like 60%.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, this deserves F all day long. We can laugh about it, but yeah, this deserves to be.
I'm gonna put it in D tier just for the memes.
Take like the meme content out of it, and it's not a good.
It's
deep.
I'm petitioning for Matt Field to get moved up. Like I'm gonna continue.
No, don't stop being afraid of him, dude. He's not gonna beat you up. It's
okay. No, I'm not afraid. I just can't like the cars next to it. Like I can't believe he got bumped down to it.
Well, ask chat if they want to move it at the end of the show. I think according to chat, he's in D tier. That's what it averages out to. So we're gonna put it in D tier for the memes.
D tier is also fitting for sponsors.
Yes, it is. What is this red car?
Is that Lumiere?
Oh, it is Tommy Lumiere. That's what it is. Tommy Lumiere.
I like Tommy's car. I think
it's not a very good picture actually that I took, or I screen grab of this car. Because I actually do like this car a lot more when I took photos of it.
Yeah, thanks for all the shadows on this picture.
Yeah, it's actually trash.
Really good timing and choosing. You know?
Yeah, I'm
you know.
laughing at chat right now. We're gonna see a silhouette of Matt Field like in the garage door of Kurtis's shop. Like, he's just gonna show up.
Just manifest himself there, dude.
He's gonna astral project.
I'm about to close that door, dude. You guys are spooking me out.
Freaking him out.
Dude, that Rangers are just gonna come alive.
Dude, stop! You're scaring me. I'm gonna close the door.
You just see the Ranger lights turn on in the background.
I would close it, but if I hit the close button, it's gonna make a bunch of bings.
Yeah, I like Tommy's livery. I think all the lines flow with like the line of the car really well, and I like the red and purple combo. I tried that out for a year, and it is kind of a tricky one to make work. And then he's got like the carbon kind of like peeking out through the livery and like certain parts of the body kit and stuff.
Yeah.
I think this one's sick.
Yeah, this one's tough for me. I am not a purple person, as I've said already. The red, purple, gray, and orange is a lot of different colors that don't go together to me. Now, to be fair, I think he puts them together really well, but for me, it's the colors just are a tough one for me. Like when you start getting into that many different colors and like that many drastically different colors, it's that's where it's like for me it throws it off a little bit. What helps him is I like the C7s and I like how they look. So I think it's a very angry looking car, which I like, but also like I don't know. I don't understand the purple. Like why do the purple for me? Like I would have liked instead of the purple to see more orange. Highlights.
I don't think the orange is a good move with the red, to be honest.
Terrible take, Nate. Terrible take. Don't agree with you.
That's fine. Chat likes the car for the most part. AB, they're in between AB and CD, so that's probably B. Is where they have it. That's honestly that's where I was gonna put it. For me, it's like a B minus C plus car for me.
I was gonna say like A, so I think it balances out
for a B.
I'm gonna go B. I really don't like
totally right. There is the color wheel is a real thing. Yeah, like the opposites are supposed to go together, and colors next to each other aren't. I don't know. I think it's subtle enough, maybe.
Yeah, it's just. I the funny thing, I literally took pictures for his livery reveal, and I think the car looked better in those pictures than this. But still, for me, I need to ask him, dude, what's the deal with the purple? Why the purple, or why the orange? I want to know what his thought process is in throwing these wildly different colors together.
Wildly different colors. I'm judging you because there was some. I feel like it's only really the two colors.
What, red, purple, orange, and gray? That's 4.
Is gray really a color? It's like more of a shade.
It's a different color on the car.
Curtis is rage baiting over here.
Oh, no, dude. All right, B tier it is.
Next.
All right, I might have a hot take on this one. Rad Dan. What do you guys got?
I like Dan's car.
Dan's done better in the past.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I think because Renee makes some sick stuff.
Yep, she does.
Renee has
actually, she would be a great person to have on. I'll have to hit her up for the ProSpec liveries.
I still think it's pretty good. I don't know, like again,
you know what kills it for me is the fact that I've liked every single one of his other liveries way better, and he's had some of my favorite liveries in FD of all time, especially when it was like chrome blue and chrome, and like I was like, dude, those are some of my favorite liveries. Like gray, blue, and black is like my color combo. If I was going to do livery, that's kind of where I would be. And this unfortunately is my least favorite livery I think he's done. It needs something. It needs like some chrome. It needs some accents for me, because that's what I know Rad Dan as, and I'm just like, it's like a C for me.
I can't stand the red like Corvette Grand Sport style stripe on the front.
No, you pointed it out. I was like, oh my gosh, that is a Grand Sport stripe.
Dude, it's killing.
It goes with the Loctite.
I don't care. No, it's a Chevy Grand Sport now.
It's a Chevy Grand Sport. That's so true. Oh my god.
All I can see.
Oh, that's terrible. Why'd you point that out?
Yep. See, now you can't unsee it, dude. Enjoy.
There are a couple of those. I do like the light lime green like accents in the Rad Dan Industries like logo area, and then the bottom. I think that's really cool. I think that's
Yeah, that's
fun.
really nice.
But again, Chad is hard disagreeing. They're with us. They're or at least with me. They're like A B tier territory.
I'm C.
Yeah, I'm at like an A. I don't know.
Okay.
I think everything I don't think anything's out of place on this one.
All right.
Like because there's a
no
lot of
one.
liveries
So
that aren't
yeah,
designed. They're like just designs that get slapped inside of
yeah,
the car. This is like made for this car, and I
exactly.
appreciate that.
Yeah. So there are no S tier votes. So I'm gonna go with B because there is still 21% in the CD tier. So we'll probably just go with split the difference. Go B on this guy then. B tier. Boom. All right. Next one. This one might be interesting. I'm curious what you guys think of this one. Cody Buchanan, also not a great shot now that I look at this, but I had to try and find a shot that wasn't like blowing out the front of the car because it's not white. It's actually white camo, but I don't know if you would actually see that in a live stream.
No, because I can't see it from this, right? And so you can't see.
Yeah.
Zooming in almost made it worse.
Oh, there's like a pattern in there.
Yeah, it's like a camo. It's like a white and gray camo.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put it in F.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
That's
I
a
hate
bit
it.
harsher than what I was gonna do.
I do not like it.
What do you got, Corey?
A medium. I love Cody is my FD brother, but I think this one's like a D for me.
Wow. See,
and
I
I think
am not down there at all. I'm like B. I think it's fun. I weirdly like the color combo of for some reason. I'm not a pink person. Not really a. I mean, I'm a blue guy, but like, I don't. For me, I'm like, it's pretty fun. I think it's a fun logo.
I like Cody's like full color car before. I think the white's really hard to make work, and I've actually had a lot of conversations with partners about like the whole color match the logo thing.
Yeah.
Like where because this is actually one of the first, other than like a few like bigger ones. This is like the first time in this whole like review where every single logo is like the color of like the original partner's color.
That's true. That's also kind of a bummer. That's like a downer.
Well, it can be. I mean, some people like request it. Like
right, yeah, a lot of companies do. Yeah.
But like some of the company logos just look sporadically placed as well. Like what's up with the two on the back side skirt that are like canted at each other?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a slanted logo though, so that's the weird part. They're two slanted logos.
I'm curious what chat thinks about this one.
They're right now. They're at C, D, and F tier, so looking right around the D range. So they're not loving it either, which is interesting. I like it because it's like the lines are like the drawn-on lines or whatever that's called. I don't even know what you call that, like marker.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's fun. That's something different. I like what I like with the liveries. It's not really. It's different than everyone else's in terms of.
I gotta give mad props to Cody though for one, rookie season, two, his
battle
like being his battle was sick, but the support is really cool. Like him getting sponsored by like a YouTube channel, like and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
No, it's I'm
stoked for it. Was great with the car. Yeah. I think it would almost be better. I think I almost liked it better before I knew it was snow camo in the front. Like I liked it better thinking it was just solid white up front.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, from what chat's saying, what you guys are saying, it looks like it's a solid D for Cody. I tried for you, buddy. I tried. So I'm curious you guys' thoughts on this one. Is this considered the same livery as last year?
I mean, it's a whole new car, so like, but it is like the same livery, right?
Right. I don't know. I think Odie's stuff works. It is pretty simple. I will agree that it's simple, and I think earlier said something about like that it's like when we were talking like Dylan Hughes, but there's something to say about like the orange, like that it's Odie. Like it's what's cool about this, I guess, in my mind, is that like it's not like the color combo, which I know it helps that feel is him, but I think it's cool to look at a car and be like, that's Odie. Like you could put this livery on any car. It doesn't matter. You could put it on a Ford Ranger and you're like, sick.
That's right.
Odie's got a nice Ford Ranger. I think the recognizability is pretty good. And that's why I've tried to reward like even some of the liveries that haven't changed a ton. But like, I think that's a cool part of like liveries itself is like, my checkered roof. That's what I relate it to is I try to like create like that continuity. So even though this is like fairly simple, I think it's cool that it's like no doubtedly Odie.
I think this is as middle of the road as you get for a livery because it is recognizable. If it wasn't a recognizable livery, I think it's probably D tier. But I think because of the recognizability, the fact that it's Odie and him driving the car, kind of like the how we're talking about the Falcon liveries. Even though I think the Falcon liveries look good as well, but you also know there's no work really put into that livery because it's the Falcon livery, So for him, this is his livery. I think it's a bit boring, so I think it's middle of the road C tier all day. Chat looks like they're pretty much agreeing as well, but yeah, no, it's just funny because I was like, is this technically the same livery as last year?
I mean, it is. So like, it's.
I think it's fair.
B drop into a C. That sound fair?
That's what I was gonna say too. I think it's like a B. It's a B livery, but because it's the same thing all the time. I think that's fair.
Yeah, and that's what chat's saying CD 54%, and then there's still 21% that say it's AB. So I'll go ahead and bump it to C.
I wish they had moved the Kanzi logo back further on it though.
True.
Yeah, just even the three. If you're gonna have three, like just even them out a little bit.
Yeah, like get the spacing right.
I wonder
it's crazy how much.
I wonder
time
if there was a logo that
on
was
this.
supposed to be there, and then they're like, "Yeah, nope, pulled out."
It's
I
possible.
overthink that putting stickers like on my trash can here at the shop.
That's funny.
All righty, C tier it is. All right. Now we have to ignore the fact that the car. We're not talking about whether or not the car runs or not. Okay.
What do you mean?
We talk about this car.
Oh, Derek's car.
Yes.
I liked it this year.
Dude, I think it's sick.
Like I think it's the best looking car he's brought thus far.
Yeah, I like the white. I like this white blue combo a lot better than like the black and gold. Like I know it fits the sponsor, right? It was like Fuel Lab, and then it went to like the Coilover Depot. But this is cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's still black in the back end of the car, white up front. Like, I think he pulls off that kind of like fade to the different colors pretty well.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think this is his best looking car he's ever done because I've known him back when the car was like, what was it? Turquoise blue and.
Go back to like the Pro-Am days.
Yeah, dude, it was rough. But I think this is the best looking car. Brother, I know you have a really fancy new rig. It's not probably that fancy, but it's like big old truck now.
His hauler. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty funny.
Rig for sure.
But can we put an LS in your car that just works, buddy? Please.
Oh man. Why are you low blown?
Bro, I just want him to do well. I know he can drive, but dude, I've never seen this car not work. Or like I've never seen
What do you mean?
I've never seen it work. A whole event.
I've seen it work.
A whole event?
Yeah. I think.
This car? This is the newer chassis, right? This is
not the new chassis. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't really remember. I don't remember. They were basically the same cars. So like,
right. The other one it was falling, literally ripping itself apart.
I know where it is right now.
Yeah, I think this is a solid like B. for me. Like pretty
I'm-
like high B, maybe even A.
I'm
Yeah.
an A. I
Okay.
think this is like Derek really stepped up with this one, and it's really enjoyable to look at. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm biased because it's best chassis.
I agree. I'm also at an A tier on this livery. And it's not even like it's a complex livery. The colors all work with the logos and whatnot. It's just clean. And I think the white to black is just the extra touch for me that puts it in an A tier. And chat's right there too. Like 17% say S tier, 50% say AB, and then 29 at CD. So I think we're gonna do A on this one. Good work, buddy. I like it. Ooh, this will be an interesting one. This depends. What sucks is his history of liveries and how good they are.
You're gonna bring up literal.
I'm literal.
And the challenge is I think this car looks way better in person and like close up, because there's a bunch of little details in there. But so there's a couple reasons I did actually talk to him about it. But I want your guys' opinions first.
I mean, it's a big departure from what we know from Ryan, right?
Mhm.
But I still don't. I don't hate it. You know what I mean? I don't love it either because it's got a bunch of red accents, which I don't love.
Yeah, so solid C tier basically.
I don't know. I'd probably go B on it. I don't know about C. I think C.
I think-
too hard.
I think one thing though is Ryan made a note in the Discord I saw about like that the entire livery design was revolved around like a product drop. That like NRG was releasing like a series of like steering wheels that is what like this. I didn't see the wheel. I didn't look it up.
Yeah.
But I think that was like the whole thing where I'm taking that like into account to
Well,
somewhat.
he's
But I
also,
do
like,
think
he's changing the livery every single round this year. Every
Yeah.
round will be a different livery.
Yeah, which, and I talked to him, and he's like, this livery is a lot more motorsports oriented than his other ones. The guy that he has doing it is doing a lot more motorsports oriented, and the fact that it's only going to be on for one round, you can't make them too crazy.
yeah, for sure. I actually think this is like I think this is like an A. I think the only thing that I didn't like in the live stream, you couldn't actually like all the gold. You like if it was not on the sun side, every single logo like turned off. You couldn't. It just was black. The whole side of the car was black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My problem is the red orange, whatever that color that is. It's not doing it for me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. That's one of my most disliked parts of it.
Yeah. But I'm curious. Chat likes it. Chat's 14% S tier, 45% AB tier, and then CD tier is at 26%. There's 17% in F, but yeah, I mean this is teetering between an A and a B right now, for what it's looking like.
This car really shows how
It just,
ridiculous
for me,
rear
what
tires
sucks is he's had some of my favorite liveries of all time in FD, and this is nowhere near one of those, and that's why I can't really bring myself to put it into A. For me, it's a solid B.
That's fair. His power stop livery, the first power stop
To the
livery
red
was
one?
really good. But honestly, if I go back to his C time, like or his other S14, the green, the Voodoo ride one, the full boat sparkle, that one was sick.
Yeah, so that's
I
I think
the Sunoco cars look the best.
Oh, true. I honestly forgot about the Sunoco era. Those
The
look
Sunoco
really
cars
good,
look
too.
pretty sick.
yeah.
He's got a really good portfolio.
Mhm.
Doesn't he though?
And that's what I think makes it hard for me. But I think I'm going solid B tier. I think that's where we're going to end it off for that. All right. Oh, this will be an interesting one. This is one that one of the dudes hated. The one guy hated. Olsen.
I feel the same about this one, kind of that I do about like Odie's. Is I think that it's Simon Olsen.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. He's been like around not as long as Odie, but he's still like stamped like I'm matte black, matte gray, and like
Yellow,
fluorescent yellow.
Yeah.
I think his last year was better.
Okay. Yeah.
but I still like it.
I think I said at the beginning of this, I'm a sucker for matte and matte colors, or matte and then bright colors together. I think it's a fun combo, and I like the fact, and you can't tell in this picture, but it's not the same on the right and left. So he switches it up on the other side. It's gray in the front and then it's yellow in the back.
That's cool.
Which
I
is
like
fun.
that.
Yeah, I do like that.
So for me, I think it's A, but this is my style livery that I really like.
I put it in the same category as where I had wherever we ended up putting Osba, right? Like I feel basically the same. The one thing that I really hate about this car is the headlights. The yellow headlights they look terrible.
Yeah.
Like looking at them in person, no. No thanks. It looks like faded, like you just left them out in the sun for too long.
Yeah, I think I'm like B.
That's kind of where Chad is too. S is 14%, AB is 43%, CD's 38%. So I think it's a solid B. I think we're gonna go with that for the from the chat there. So let's go ahead and do that. A couple more to go. We keep moving. Old Sully. This is a tough one because I understand his circumstances. The car was literally going to be all one color, and he argued for the white. Where the hell is the picture of his car? There it is.
There it is.
Yeah. So I know he had literally zero input apart from the white.
Yeah, this kind of falls into the same thing. Honestly, pretty similar to like the Dylan Hughes thing.
Yep.
You know,
it's just not much of a livery. You know.
Yeah, it's just not really much of a livery. It's pretty like the only color is the U.S. Army star. Which again, if I had a partner like U.S. Army, I would definitely. I don't disagree with any of this, but yeah, just in livery, it's just not much.
Yeah, which I feel like you could have some fun with, you know, but I know talking to him, they were pretty strict on what he could and couldn't do. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if this goes straight into F tier though.
Yeah, it's still low.
Either D or F because like, it's just very.
Bland. Yeah, and there's just there's just nothing special really about it.
And we know that he like this is not even his true style, like because his other cars before the U.S. Army gig were pretty sick.
Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised they don't like have him doing some kind of camo on it or anything like that. You know?
Yeah. Or even like I'm surprised they didn't look at like Brendan Sorens's car and at least like we're like, okay, well you can do a little something fun with it still being the main focus.
Right. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go and move on to this. Chat's pretty much at F on this one, so we're gonna throw this car in F and move on to the next one. Minoa. One thing, it's obviously.
Did it change from last year? Is it actually different?
I don't think so. I think it's the same as last year. So there's that, but he's also only running 4 rounds. So there's that.
It's pretty good. Even I mean, you can take the notch down because it didn't change, but I think this is a pretty good livery. This is one of those ones where it's like busy, but you can still read everything kind of deal.
And it's one of those if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of things.
I like the two-tone. I like the fade front to back, whether it's top or bottom or front to back. Like, I think it's pretty good. And then if I like compare this to like Shanahan's car or not Shanahan's, Gushi's car, which I think I like Gushi's livery a lot more, but the front bumper looks good on this one.
Right. I like Shanahan's livery better than this one. I just think it's more. There's more to it than this livery, but this one it's solid. It's a solid. For me, it's a solid. Like BC range. Chat's definitely looking to put it more in the B.
I would hit it with a B, and it would probably be an A if it wasn't for being like a rewash.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, Chat's kind of putting it more towards the A territory.
It is really good,
but it's the same as last year, right? And so like. Yep. by your rules, like we drop a tier for that. But it has
Yeah,
that, like,
I mean that's just me. That's for me though. I mean we don't have to keep that for everyone, but
I guess truthfully, my I would probably put this in S. So for me, if it's the drop, I'm at A for this one.
okay.
But you're
It's
right. It does have
it's a
black. I
good
didn't even
color
see it. It does
combo.
have black. It is black wheels also.
oh, that's a whole nother teardrop, dude.
Yeah,
So
I like the
only
gold. I like the black trim, or like the black trim around the red. Like it's a really good color combo. Chat's at 50% AB, and then we're at 25% S, 25% CD. I'm gonna make the executive decision of docking at the 2 points of it's the same livery as last year in black wheels, and we're gonna go B tier.
I think that's fair. I don't understand why we still see black wheels, because black wheels seem pretty universally hated.
I don't know, man. People get them for some reason. I don't get it. Oh, here's a fun one. Here's a fascinating one.
This,
I actually like this, and I think there's a few clever things. I noticed this when I was first looking at this, because I remember looking at this because obviously this is a first change up in a while. The Optima logo tied into the red, tied into the back is like pretty sick. The line that goes through the O.
That's a cool touch.
I think that's pretty sweet. And also, I think there's part of me that just kind of thinks it's sweet seeing Forsberg in something different. I wonder, like, this is what I always wonder too, when you see like all the corporate drivers, is like, what is their style, right? Because I know, like, when I first started drifting, like, obviously like Forsberg's been with them for a while, but it was all the stuff that they were doing at Englishtown, and it was like just, again, sick. Like, we all know Drift Alliance, right? Like, that whole vibe of everything, I feel like he was finally able to bring that out a little bit more, his style, into this like livery without NOS being a part of it. So I actually think it's pretty sweet, and I like that the carbon peeping out of everything. And then, like I said, that Optima part on the bottom is like sick branding to tie into the livery.
No, 100%. For me, I would like to see the red. I know it's on the very roof of the car, but like on the hood and the upper parts of the door and stuff, I think if there was like a red somewhere else other than just the bottom, I think that would help out a lot for me, because to me it's a very black and white car that could use a little pop.
I think it's sick that his like one of his main colors this year is like black and like dark, because it feels like it's like a revenge era Forsberg, like,
right. Yeah,
it's the Dark Knight kind of wild, like, I don't know.
he had a lot of black cars over the years, though, even running the NOS livery.
I know, but as soon as you get rid of that bright, even if it's just a logo, as soon as you get rid of that, like, the orange and blue, it's like totally changes the whole vibe of everything.
I'm not a huge fan of black and white cars, especially this one. It just kind of reminds me of a skunk.
I'm at a B on this one.
Actually, I'm at like an A for this.
Yeah, Chat's kind of B range. They're at 16% S, 47% AB, and then 32% CD. So looking right at a B range. So we're going to go with that. But, I mean, for him doing a totally new thing, solid job, honestly. Because I know that was a interesting ordeal. Adam LZ should be an interesting one.
Is it different from last year?
Slightly, yes. He added stuff that you can't see on the live stream.
So it's the same as last year.
Yeah. So in the blue section, I think there's a slightly different blue as well. That's in between the gray, or in between the gold, bronze, whatever that is. And then there's like, I forget how he did it. There's like a different satin and matte put together. There's like palm trees in it and stuff. It's pretty sick. It's just, you can't see that on a live stream.
I really always like it when they do like the accent lines on the canards, on the lower like tiny balance pieces. I'm always a big fan of that on pretty much any car.
I've always liked I think maybe it's just because I really like the color, like the blue. It just like pops like crazy. But I like the blue and gold, and I like the addition with the subtle inside, like the satin. I like Adam's car. I think this is sweet.
Yeah,
Not even
biased.
not even E36 partial. I think the livery is good. Just with its just play on colors, because then it's got like I think it's got like the black or a lot darker roof.
Yeah.
As well.
Blue is the correct color for an E36.
Yeah, it just works really well.
Yeah, I like the livery. I like the lines and how it follows the body lines of the car. I like the colors. I think I'm not a big fan of the salmon on the bottom, actually, in the salmon mirror. I think that's like the one of
the mirror. I didn't notice the mirror until you said that.
Yeah, so I think that
I like
kind
the bottom. I don't like the mirror.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I'm like, eh. So I mean, this is an A tier for me.
I'm gonna go B because it just looks too similar to last year for me.
I'm gonna go A. I just like it. Maybe if it's just my E36 bias, but
yeah. So we have 12% S tier, 58% in the AB tier, and then 28% in the CD tier, for 60% now in AB. So that's a lot of people in AB.
The 12% in S tier are questionable.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be those riders, LZ riders.
I also know how hard it is to basically like run lines that go from the back of the car all the way onto the hood that literally wrap. And I have mad respect for that. To literally have like those gold lines that wrap all the way to the hood and link to the other side of the car and go back, that is such a pain.
Is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, no,
Like from an install standpoint or from a design standpoint?
From an install standpoint.
All right, well, 2-1 in chat also kind of agrees. We're gonna go with A on this one because I like it. I think it's solid, like really, really solid. Not as exciting, but we'll do it anyways. Castro, same livery I think from last year.
Is it the same? I thought his car was more white last year, or maybe I'm thinking of 2 years ago.
I think it's 2 years ago. I think it's the same as last year. But
so this one's a lot more race car.
Yeah, this is like, very, very race car.
But I like it. Again, it is wild because I've had to play with different stuff. Like depending on who your title sponsor is, can change like how you design your livery like quite a bit. Because if your title sponsor logo doesn't fit like on the door, you have to kind of like adjust. But it works really sweet. I love using like the negative space where it's like he's using the white for logo, and then in the black he has like the negative of like Kenda and stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a cool deal. I've always felt that it needed a little something extra. Like I think this would be cool with like some like silver chrome streaks somewhere. Just something to give it a little bit more pop for me. I need a little bit more somewhere, I feel like.
I think it's laid out well. I just hate the color schemes. Like I'm not a fan of the white, black, red schemes.
And the blue.
No, I actually don't mind the blue. That's the only part of it I like.
Okay.
Again, it's one of those cool ones where there's a lot more. Some liveries are like cool livery, and then the sponsor logos are just slapped on top of it. I really like Forsberg, where it was the tie-in. Is this one like if that metal dome, like that, if that blue part of that logo is the blue that ties in everywhere else, like I think that's really sick.
I know, like aesthetically, it makes a lot of sense. So we're at 75% say AB, and then
it's a rewash, so I'd put it in a C. If it's
and
the
then
same
25% say CD. I'm at a B.
Also, what color are those wheels?
They're black.
I'm at a C for this one. I respect it, but
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm at like a C.
Are you at a C with deductions or a C before deductions?
I'm at a C with the deduction because I don't know. Like this isn't even my style, but it like flows really well with the line, and I really like the GR fenders. On this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think it's laid out really well. I just don't like the color scheme.
Yeah, I think chat's pretty hard on it being an AB. So we'll go B on this one because chat loves this livery.
I see someone said that it needs a big wing. I wish we could run wings at tracks with walls. Before FD, my car always had a wing. Now I run the M3 one, but like it had and it was sweet. But every time there's a wall or a fence, we can't run a wing.
Yeah,
For pretty solid reason.
For good reason. Yeah,
Did you save room for last on purpose?
No, this is what is the last one in the order.
Has this car changed livery wise in the past like 4 years?
So I think it's actually changed every year. It's always been the same color fade, but like everything beneath it, which sometimes can get lost in like the fade, but it has changed and updated.
Like he didn't have the girl on the side last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's sweet. I like again, I'm the same. I'm like biased towards like the staple of like that's Rome's car, or that car stands for Rome. Like, because he has like piloting a few other cars, even like some other people in like ProSpec. And I think it's cool to be able to like build like that team style into something. Like the fact that in Formula Drift currently he like owns those colors. Same reason, same way that like Odie owns that color combo and stuff. I just think it's sick when you can literally own a color combo in like an entire pro series.
Yeah, and it's undisputably Rome, right?
Yeah.
Like every time you see it, you're like, oh, that's Rome.
Yeah, no, like you said, he does a really good job at doing that, and he changes the logo every year, which is the cool part. And he does something a little different.
I didn't even see someone said that it was flipped last year. It was green in the front and pink in the back.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So I don't know. I like Rome. I think the adding the anime girls is a little bit
It's
for the culture. I think it's cool.
It's a fun touch. There's like flowers in there and stuff. The only thing I'm gonna say is this borderline's on almost too busy.
It's a little busy.
Livery.
Yeah, but I like the busy.
I generally like busy, but sometimes it just gets a little convoluted. I think what hurts this car is the logos, unfortunately. I think this car would be an S tier if it didn't have the logos like all over the place on the car. But for me, I think there's just a lot going on, and I don't think the logos help. Which like obviously,
because dancing down the fender, the side skirt, all that.
Yeah, like it's tough. Like, and I get it. Like, you have to have them, so it is what it is. But I think if this car didn't have like all of the logos, obviously keep the garage stick one, but like all the other ones that were like kind of busying up what is already a busy livery, I think this would have been an S tier for me. So for me, it's an A. But actually, chat's saying this is an S tier.
Nice. Like I said, if there's any fraction of votes into S, I think it probably deserves.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to put it. I think it's fair to put it into an S, to be honest. Like,
yeah, they're at 38%.
They're always really well done, and while they are busy, like that was one of the things I liked about Shanahan's car was like the rear of it was so busy and so much going on. It gave you a lot of detail to look at. And I'm being biased because I'm structuring mainly off of like seeing these cars in person, but I enjoy seeing them. Yeah,
no, it's and like I love the fitment of this car. Dude, you see this thing just like sitting there and like the fenders were just sitting on the front wheels. I'm like, how do you drive this thing? First of all,
it just rubs and it doesn't matter because it's all fiberglass and they lose the battle for the tire.
But dude, no, I think it sits nice. I'm also an E36 fanboy, so I dig pretty much everything about this apart from just a hair busy. But chat says S, so we're throwing it in S tier.
Nice.
All three of us are like E36 fanboys, right?
Yeah, kind of.
But it was like arguably one of my favorite cars that I owned.
Yeah, no, it's there's just something right about a box, just a solid box, and they work. But yeah, so that's gonna be our tier list. I wonder if there's probably a way I can zoom in. There we go. Oh,
yeah, man, I feel like it's mostly. I feel like there's a few people who got cheated.
Well, get out of here! You're just still trying to.
All right,
soapbox.
Real quick, we'll do one more. We'll do one more poll for Matt Field. We'll just go Matt Field, and people are gonna have to base it off memory. Where do you guys think does he move out of F tier?
Oh yeah, true. You didn't have Fetty in here.
Let's be slightly.
I didn't have
fair
Fetty in here because
about
he
it.
didn't drive his car at Long Beach.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I wasn't gonna put Rome's car in here.
Dude, pull up an image of Field's car that's not your terrible screen cap that doomed it.
Oh, shut up.
I mean,
I
let's
agree.
give him,
I
like, at
agree.
least give him a fighting
All right,
chance.
all right. Let me pull something up out of Instagram and let's go Instagram. Where's the damn search button? There it is. Do.
You need like the Jeopardy music or something.
I know, dude.
He's just closing all of his tabs right now.
Trying to bring the tab over. Oh, there's Brandon. Brandon's in Tampa. If anyone wanted to know. Oh, I think his new live
Even the picture in Drift, like the.
Let's not use the robot judge one.
The robot judge one. See this
video's
one?
sick,
Oh,
by the way.
there it is. Yeah, see, this just looks black.
That looks so much better. The on your picture, it was making like that little like orange Firebird thing, like just literally like straight yellow.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, where's he at right now? Is he in F right now?
Yeah, he's down an F.
Yeah,
I think this image puts him in D. If that makes you feel better,
dude. Chat is really harsh on him. They're at 68% F.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
Like I would have moved him up at least one tier from this.
I submitted my petition and was denied.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's like not even really close.
Damn, dude. Sorry, Matt. We tried.
Yeah, I mean, if he had the C8, I mean that's A tier all day. It might even be S tier. I don't know. It might need a little. It might be S tier.
That one's amazing. I mean, the car aside, like there's so many lines to work with in the car, and they like did it really well.
Yeah, I know. Wheels, everything looks fantastic on that thing. Yep, unfortunately, I tried, Matt. Chat said no.
F you remain.
All right, so just a quick recap. We got Connor Shanahan and Rome up at S tier. I think that's pretty cool. And then you got Jack, Gucci, Madison, and LZ up in A tier. Then we got a bunch of guys in the middle. And the losers of the day. Matt Field, Dylan Hughes, Andy Aitley, Dan Stuckey, Nate Chen, and Connor Osoli. You guys need some work.
I love how you glossed over the entire middle class, just like the rest of the world.
Well, it's just like, sorry guys. No, I know it's already 10:12 and I'm like, it's already freaking late. Like this took a little bit longer than I was thinking it was gonna take. So I'm kind of gonna end the stream off here pretty soon here, guys. But yeah, so that's kind of our breakdown. I will post this as well on the channel afterwards. And you guys can argue about it all you want afterwards as well. And how Matt Field shouldn't be an F tier.
Yeah.
No, it's funny though. This is all, like I said though, this is all fun and games. And but you know, maybe some FD drivers will take some notes and they'll be like, you know what? I need to put an anime girl on the side of my car.
Yeah, that gets you in the S tier. I actually I'm excited for the ProSpec review because I think it's I think
is there some good stuff out there? I haven't really been able to
I think there is. Like I've seen a couple releases, and honestly I think most of the rookies are bringing some heat in my opinion.
Okay.
Which I think is pretty sick. A couple of guys coming from Hop and stuff. I think there's some really I think ProSpec is going to look really sick. Like I think there's a lot of people bringing some sick visuals into the class, so I'm excited to review, or I'm excited to see the review of that one.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Did you post yours yet?
No, I'm going to probably do mine in Atlanta. Colin Zielinski actually just printed my livery yesterday, and I'll have it tomorrow. So I'm still super layered up. Like I'm still doing it like my normal die cut way, but the base layer I will say is really busy this year, and
Yeah.
I was probably gonna end it all over if I had to do what the base layer is, and you'll get it when you see it. But so I'm still layering my specialty vinyl over all the stuff. I just did not want to go crazy with the die cutter. I would have had to section it out, like just with my little one back there, into like
Yeah.
6 different pieces and put it together.
Jeez.
So he just did it all in one big piece, and then I'm just going to put everything over the top of it. But I probably won't do a reveal until Atlanta.
All right. Keeping it fun, keeping it fresh.
Only like 3 weeks away now. So.
Yeah. No, it's like 2 weeks.
Nope,
It's close.
3 weeks. Shut up.
Yeah, I fly out for Italy Wednesday, and then I fly directly from Italy to Atlanta. I'll get
I
there
love
like
the Atlanta round
Monday.
because I get to be home.
Yeah. No,
So-
for sure.
It's gonna be a busy week next week, and next week's show will be fun. We'll be talking about some Driftmaster stuff. So I want to say massive thank you, Cory, for coming out. This was actually a lot of fun. I'm glad you were able to make it because I think you had a lot of really good insights as well. Just being experienced doing some of this stuff yourself, and Kurtis, he can barely see as it is, so it was nice to have him here. But thank you guys. Anything going on with you guys before we end the show?
I don't think so. I think I'm going to go fire up the rest of my pot of coffee while Kurtis flames me for drinking coffee at late at night. And,
It's like, what, 9 o'clock your time?
yeah, like 9:15.
Dude, when do you sleep? You're not going to sleep, dude.
What? My day's just getting started. What do you mean?
Oh, my God. You're wild, bro.
Yeah, he's a night owl. It's all good though.
Yeah.
Kurtis, do you have a working car or no?
Wait, hang on. I have working cars.
What a
But
stray. What a
Yeah, right? Like, damn, dude. I am a shop, and therefore there are lots of non-working cars. Because why else would cars be in a shop if they were?
I know. I'm just
Look,
saying.
this gray S13 runs.
When was the last
Got
time you've had a
SR
running
motor.
drift car, sir?
Oh, me?
That is
Oh,
yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a G35. It runs great.
Okay.
It
That's
doesn't drift worth a damn, but it runs. Stop that. I got to work on all these cars, man.
I know. I know. I'm
Look,
just giving you
look,
crap.
hang on.
I love you.
I can pan to it. Look, I promise this year, the Cressida from way long ago will come back out. I swear.
He's only been saying that for the last 3 years, guys. Don't worry. Don't hold your breath.
Look,
can't wait.
I have to December.
Oh man. Again though, thank you guys for coming on. This was a lot of fun. Time flew. I'm kind of surprised this took 2 hours to do, but it's what it is. Thank you, chat. You guys were a huge help as well in deciding a lot of these, and we had a lot of fun doing it. If you guys like the stream, give it a like, maybe a share, and we'll see you next Tuesday for another fun one. So we'll see you next time. Peace.